Welcome to episode 16 of Learning with Lyndon. In today's episode, I dig some straight tracks in the ground. That's about it, really. But I might talk some shit along the way. Alright, so this is the final push for the front yard. Just about everything else is done, which is excellent. What we've decided to do on the front verge is chuck some native creepers. But before we do that, I need to put in these bad boys. So they're essentially recycled plastic that I'm going to dig in to be flush with the level of the front verge. They're going to go in just as wheel tracks, something like that. And then I'm going to fill them with some sort of crushed stone or pea gravel or the likes, hopefully colour match the driveway. And then we can plant some native creepers and the likes, as I said. So let's get to it. So first up, I had to actually figure out where the tracks were going to go. So you can see me here just measuring up and figuring out how wide the track is for both of our cars. Wanted to make sure that even on a narrow car or a wider car, they would be in the right spot. They would also be parallel with one another, because that is very important. And then I marked out where I needed to dig with some spray paint. Now, while digging barrow after barrow after barrow, although I was suffering physically, I realised that leading up to the project I was probably suffering just as much mentally, but it's such an unnecessary thing to do. Why also suffer all the time leading up to a project and suffer during the project? Just get on, start the project, suffer during it. It's fine. You always come out the other end unscathed, usually. Now, while spending many hours digging out the sand for the tracks, I do have a neighbour probably 2 or 3 down. Yes, I live in suburbia, but he has a massive digger that I think he just purchased. Anyway, while I was digging, I looked up and this giant thing sitting on his verge, and I was thinking to myself, it would be so lovely if I could have that for about 2 seconds. It would have done the entire 2-3 day project, I reckon, in about 5 minutes. But the exercise was good, so I thank him for that kind of, I think. Now, before putting the plastic reinforcement tracks into the little trenches that I've dug, I went to put some sort of weed barrier underneath. I think it was literally called a weed barrier. And so that's just so it doesn't become a garden bed immediately. I know it will over time, but give me the best chance I've got. Then chuck the plastic tracks in, make sure they are sitting level, and start to fill it with gravel, because once you start to fill it with gravel, I was not taking it apart again. Thank you for watching this very simple episode of Learning with Lyndon. In the next one, I believe I am going to be making a deck on the front porch, so we'll see you there.